Asian options, we have to calculate the exercise price as the average price during exercise period. So it is not the actual price prevailing on the date of exercise date or expiry date. We have to calculate the average price when the option is first written. In this option, another MCQ is there, that in this mainly Monte Carlo simulation method is used in the Asian option.
Is that correct that average price during the exercise period is taken as AMP? That is the actual market price.
Actual, yeah, it is for Excel. You can take it as the exercise price.
It's
Yeah,
not
AMP, right? AMP, not Excel. Sorry, I'm written here wrongly. It is the AMP. So for calculation of the Asian option, average price during the exercise period is taken as the AMP on exercise date. Now there are option valuation. Model is there, there are option valuation, there are models. One is the binomial model. Risk neutralization approach. Black-Scholes matter model and Monte Carlo simulation. In the binomial model, we will first calculate the hedge ratio. So all these models are to calculate the option premium you have to charge or value of option. Except in the case of Monte Carlo simulation will give you change in AMP. And then you have to calculate the value of option. So in binomial model, first we calculate the hedge ratio. That if it is from the seller point of view, if I am going to write, option seller is also called the option writer also. If I have to write the particular option, then what should be the premium I have to charge? And how can I hedge it so that my net worth should not suffer at the expiry? So let us understand this with an example. There is a case study. XYZ Limited. Yeah, just read this out. This also you might have read earlier. You can write down the steps also. So first we have to calculate in the binomial model. We have to first calculate the hedge ratio or delta. Hedge ratio is value of option at higher price minus value of option at lower price divided by high price minus low price. So binomial model always assume that there are only two prices. One on the upside and one on the lower side. This is the assumption of the binomial model. There cannot be multiple prices. So hedge ratio is value of option at the higher price minus value of option at lower price. So what is the value of option at higher price? Higher price is 210. Exercise price is 205. Can you tell me what is the value of option at higher price? And it is a call option, right? If nothing is given, then we have to
तो 9 रुपया होगा.
Yes, very good, Rajat ji. अब आप आ गए हैं रेस में. And what is the valuation of low price?
तो 0 हो जाएगा ना.
Vikas ji, please help to give the answer. If I know your answer is correct. Yeah. HP minus LP. HP is 214 minus 178. 9 divided by 36.25. So it means I will buy 0.25 shares on the current date to keep my net worth same on the expiry date. This is the hedging I am doing. So second step, this is the step 1. Step 2, calculate net wealth. This is from the option writer or option seller point of view. So what will we do? At the suppose the price will be 1.4. So I will sell this because I am obligated to sell. So I will sell it 2.214 into 0.25. 53.5 I will get from the market. 9 rupees I will pay as the value of option is the loss. 44.5 is by price will be 178. Buyer will not exercise the value of option and my net wealth will be 44.5. In both cases, my net wealth will remain the same. Step. Yeah. So what should be the premium I should charge? So what is the market price of the option at the beginning? Means as on the current date. Right. Assuming the interest free given rate of interest is the rate of interest. What is that? 5% for 6 months, 10% per annum. So 10% per annum, whole is 6 months. So for 6 months, in the question it is given for the easiness, that is 5% for the 6 months. Otherwise, we have to divide by 2. So what we have to do? We have to calculate the present value of, because as per my expectation, whether the price is 214 or whether the price is 178, I will end up with 44.5 in my hands. Present value of 44.5 is 42.38. If I am going to buy today, is 200 into 0.25. I have to buy the share at rupees 50. And present value is 42.38. My option premium will be 7.62. The last step is calculation of value of option oblique option premium at current date. Clear? I will move forward to the next question. Current share price is rupees 100. The free rate of return is 20%. It is not compounding continuously. Strike price is rupees 100. Higher price is 115. Lower price is 90. So hedge ratio will be. I request everyone to solve simultaneously with me. आप लोगों के करने से आपको आएगा, सिर्फ देखने से या सुनने से नहीं आएगा, और याद भी हो जाएंगे, because for the same type I have 2-3 problems. If you do it right now, then you may not need to repeat it again. You just have to read these notes one day before the exam and you will go through only the steps you have to remember, that this is the hedge ratio. You can highlight these points, these ones, theory points, and go through on that day you can read. Today please solve it by your hands.
क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 एक बार दोबारा बताएंगे. ऑप्शन सी.
Yes, for option C they are saying what will be your option premium or what will be your market price of the option at the beginning of the period as on today. So the option writer has calculated his net worth at the end of the period, which is 44.5. Is this clear to you? 44.5?
Yes.
So 44.5 is the value at the end of the period he will get. So today, if the discount rate is 5% for 6 months, then present value of 44.5 is 42.38. Clear? Present value of net wealth. Is 42.38. As per the hedge ratio, current market price is 200. I have to buy 0.25. So I have to pay to the market 50 rupees. So I have to go to the market because I want to write an option. Currently the stock is available at rupees 50. 0.25. Stock is available at rupees 50. present value of my net worth is 42.38, then I will ask, okay, if you give me 7.62 as a premium, only then I will write the option. I am investing 50 rupees today. My net wealth, present value of the net wealth will be 42.38 after 3 months. There should be no profit or no loss to me if I will get 7.62 as a premium. Because if the price will be 214 after today price is 200, I am writing an option that okay, I will write an option that it will go to I am giving you the option of 214, right? And actual price is 205. So my net wealth will be in this case is 44.5. You got it?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So coming to the next question, hedge ratio. Again, value of option at higher price minus value of option at lower price. Those who sold fast, please write into the chat box if the answers they have. SP minus LP. Value of
सही
option.
कॉल ऑप्शन है, सही कॉल
Sorry?
ऑप्शन है.
Yes,
Is it call option?
if nothing is given the question, you have to take it as a call option.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So value of option at higher price means 115, 15 minus 0 divided by, what is the higher price? 115 minus 90, 15 divided by 25, it is 0.60. Hedge ratio is 0.60. That I will buy 0.60 shares. Then they are asking about the value of call option. So now next step is calculate the net wealth. What is the net wealth? I will have the 115 into 0.6 is equal to 69. Value of option I have to pay 15, 54. If the price is lower, 90, he will not going to exercise the option. 54, it is 4 is the net wealth. Present value of 54 will be, interest rate is, period is 3 months, interest is 25, 54 divided by, present value is 54 divided by 1.05, present value is 51.42, current market price is 100, I have to buy 0.60, it is 60, so I am ready to pay 60 minus 51.42, I will pay only 8.57.
लेकिन इसमें क्वेश्चन जो पूछ रहा है वो पूछ रहा है विद द हेल्प ऑफ बाइनोमियल मॉडल.
This is the binomial model only.
अच्छा.
In binomial model, there are two prices. One is up, one is low. We have to calculate.
Okay.
Yeah, binomial model is that there are 3 steps in the binomial model. First, you have to calculate the option delta or the hedge ratio. That is 0.6. The formula is this. So this is the step 1. So somewhere please write down the 3 steps of binomial model. Then you have to calculate the net wealth. Then you have to calculate the present value of net wealth. So we can summarize somewhere. Binomial model.
First step is calculation of hedge ratio.
Calculate.
Second step is,
yeah, I am writing. Calculate hedge ratio or option delta, which is value of option at higher price minus value of option at lower price divided by HP minus LP. Second is calculate net wealth. High price into hedge ratio minus value of option at higher price. Lower price into hedge ratio minus value of option at higher lower price. These both should be same. Calculate present value of net wealth, which is X divided by 1 plus R. Option premium is current price multiply by hedge ratio minus PV of net wealth. Clear?
हाँ, लेकिन पिछले केस में 54 को तो हम लोग कुछ नहीं किए थे, 54 तो खाली जोड़ के रखा। हाँ, ये
नहीं, 54 को 1.05 से डिवाइड किया ना,
हाँ
51.42 आया, 51.42 को 60 से माइनस किया, 8.57 आया।
सर यहाँ पे करंट मार्केट प्राइस AMP is equal to okay 100. Okay, right.
100. Now coming to the next model, risk neutralization technique. So earlier I mentioned that all are given the option premium. Risk neutralization approach will give the probability of higher price, and Monte Carlo simulation give the change in AMP. Binomial model will give you the option premium, and BSM will give you the option premium. So this risk neutralization approach is always give the result equal to the binomial model only. So formula for risk neutralization approach is spot price, higher price is equal to, we have to calculate first the step one is we have to calculate the probability. Probability of higher price is equal to spot price into 1 plus KE. जो cost of capital है, that is the one, we have to get the future value of the spot price first, then minus LP, minus lower price, divided by HP minus LP. So you can write down this formula.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So probability of higher price will be spot price is 100, rate of interest is 0.05, lower price is 90, higher price is 115 minus 90, probability is 60%. Probability of lower price will be 40%. But value of option at higher price is 15 rupees. Value of option at lower price is 0. So value of option 15 into 0.6. Probability is 60. So expected value of option is 9 into 0.4 is equal to 0. So what is the value of option coming at? Value of option is 9, right? Expected value of option is 9. Present value is 9 divided by 1.05, 8.57. Same answer as of the binomial model. 6 and 7 is the same method you have to apply. You can try. If any issue, then tomorrow morning I will take up this. Problem number 8 is also the same. Problem number 7, 8, 9, these are the same binomial. If majority one are saying, okay, we can skip this, and you can try it at your own. We can quickly move to the Black-Scholes model.
हाँ, स्किप नहीं करेंगे हम लोग, कल करके क्लास में हाजिर हो गया, ये होमवर्क हुआ।
ठीक है, 7, 8, 9 you can take as the. So let us come first on the problem number 10 also, because 10 or 11 or 12 all are the Black-Scholes model, right? So let us try for the problem number 10. You will easily get the problem number 11 immediately. You can sort it yourself itself. Black-Scholes model take care of the 5-6 factors, all the factors into consideration to calculate the option premium or option value. So here, what they assume that value of option will be actual market price today minus present value of exercise price. I have to take the decision today, right? And I have to calculate the actual market price minus PV of the exercise price should be my current value of option. In the plain language, what Black-Scholes model does, they have done AMP into ND1 उन्होंने add किया, then it is assuming of the continuous compounding. Second point, not normal compounding. They are assuming the continuous compounding in this case, EP divided by ERT multiply by ND2. Now this is given in the question. AMP will always, so you will give the questions. AMP you will get, EP you will get, standard deviation you will get, time you will get, and risk-free rate of return you will get. So 5 factors you will always get in the question to reach at the value option. So abhi AMP we have used, EP is there,
एसडी को क्या कहेंगे सर? एसडी को
Standard
स्टैंडर्ड
deviation.
डेविएशन. हाँ
yeah, volatility, standard deviation, volatility,
ठीक सर, ठीक सर.
standard deviation. So what is the ND1? So for ND1 there is a formula in Excel, norms dist D1. For ND2 formula in Excel, norms dist ND, so norms dist 2 bracket में D2 value. So if we are able to calculate D1 and D2, everything will be easy. Just sort out, solve with me these 3-4 problems, 3-4 examples by hand. Write down the formula first on your notebook, then on Excel, whatsoever required in the Excel, calculate that value in the Excel, balance with the calculator. You will never forward this formula. So value of option should be actual market price as on today, that is current market price, minus present value of exercise price. Normally this is the value of option which I have told in the beginning of the class. Now with the BSM model, they have considered as, and they multiply ND1 and ND2 with the AMP and PV of AP. Now ND1 is the norm dist D1 and ND2 is the normal distribution. Norm is the normal distribution over the period they have done of the D1. Now what is the value of D1? Is the log normal. Now they are doing the log normal of AMP divided by EP plus risk-free rate of return plus, this is also called sigma, standard deviation is also called sigma, sigma square divided by 2 multiply by time divided by standard deviation under root time. So this is the formula we have to write down. 2 बार आप लिखेंगे मेरे साथ तो याद हो जाएगा, और एग्जाम से पहले भी एक बार लिख के चले जाना.
Sir, is it log of AMP over exercise price?
Yes. Excel में जो formula आएगा ln करके है, that's why I write ln. Right now, if we calculate this, and D2 is equal to 1 minus denominator of D1. तो D2 भी याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है, सिर्फ D1 को याद करना है. याद करना इन द सेंस 2 बार लिखेंगे याद आ जाएगा. Log of AMP divided by EP. Do the in Excel this sum. So let us do the question. So your current price AMP is 80. Exercise price is 75. Standard deviation is 0.40. Time is 6 months. Rate is 12%. RF is 0.12. Now what I have to do? We have to calculate the, come to the formula. We have to calculate the formula is AMP into ND1 plus minus PV of AP into ND2. So this is the formula we have to reach out. So AMP is given, no need to calculate. PV of EP is required. So what is the PV of EP? This is equal to exercise price, this is 75, divided by exponential of R into T. Clear? बता देना.
PV of EP.
PV of EP is EP divided by exponential of RT, or it can be written as EP multiplied by exponential of minus RT.
So it is assumed that there is continuous compounding.
Sorry, continuous compounding. So if you see EP divided by exponential of R into T.
सर माइनस RT क्यों लिखा आपने?
Here I have divided it, right? If it is not, if you have multiplied, then power will be minus.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Right. So in some books or some study material, they are using this formula as multiply.
Okay.
Because we have to calculate
sir.
the present value, we have to divide it.
Yes, sir. I understand now.
Both are the same thing.
Understood. Yeah.
So we have calculated the PV of AP, first step, MP. Now we have to calculate the ND1 and ND2, but before that we have to calculate the D1. For D1, what we required? AMP we are having, because formula of D1 is ln AMP divided by EP. Write on the Excel also, so that you will remember this, plus risk-free rate of return plus standard deviation square. Now I'll write it too, because it will take time for me to make it superscript and something like that. SD2 divided by 2 multiply by T. So this is the numerator. Denominator is standard deviation multiplied by square root of time. So D1 numerator is ln natural logarithm. AMP is 80 divided by EP plus risk-free rate of return is 0.12 plus standard deviation power 2 divided by 2 multiplied by time. This is the numerator. Denominator is standard deviation multiply by square root of time. 0.2828. D1 should be equal to this divided by this. 0.5817 3152. D2 is 1 minus denominator of D1, 0.7157. D1 minus standard deviation square root of time. So this is the D1. D2 is the, let me correct here also. It is D1 minus, please correct this by mistake. It is not 1 minus, it is D1 minus. D1 minus
2989.
Yes, standard deviation of square root time. That is denominator of D1. Then ND1 is simple. Norms dist ND2 again simple. Norms dist value of option AMP into ND1 minus present value of EP into ND2. 13.95 is the answer. Clear?
आएगा खाली इसका फार्मूला को बस पूछने का या कुछ इसका एजम्पशन पूछेगा?
इसका एजम्पशन भी दिया हुआ है.
हाँ लास्ट में
Just
है.
one point I need to highlight here. Black-Scholes model do not assume dividend payout. Black-Scholes-Melton model assumes the dividend payout also.
सर कंटिन्यूस कंपाउंडिंग यूज होगा, वो भी एक एमसीक्यू में आ सकते हैं सर.
Yes, continuous compounding use होगा. Standard all the 5 factors. This is using. These are the 5 factors which are considered in BS model, and BSM में dividend भी consider होता है. Black-Scholes में dividend payout consider नहीं होता है. Black-Scholes-Melton में dividend payout consider होता है.
सर वो कुछ ग्रुप्स में कुछ घूम रहा है सर. एक क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज द थर्ड स्टेप, व्हाट इज द सेकंड स्टेप बोल के, वो क्या है सर? व्हाट इज दैट? व्हाट इज
In which, in the Black-Scholes model or in the
Monte Carlo? I think sir, I remember as Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo में basically you have to first calculate the change in the actual market price. We will do that also. We will come to the Monte Carlo.
Okay sir.
So these are the steps that I'm taking. Like in binomial model, you have to first calculate the hedge ratio, then you calculate the net worth, and then you calculate the value of option. Value of option is equal to current market price into hedge ratio minus present value of your net worth. These are the simple steps in the. These are the 4 models basically in options. Options में हमने हवा इतना बना रखा है कि option नहीं हो गया क्या हो गया. Practical theory में there are only 4 models. One is the binomial model. 5 तरह के सवाल आएंगे. एक प्रोबेबिलिटी वाला जो 5020 वाला मैंने कराया, नंबर 1 प्रैक्टिकल में.
हर तीसरे दिन ये आता है 13.75 और 9.75 हर तीसरे दिन आता है.
हाँ, दिस इज द वेरी फेमस. ये हर सबके उसमें है, वो सबके उसमें है.
तो आना है बस बिना लगाए आंसर कर देना.
नहीं, इसमें कोल पुट देख लेना, इसीलिए वो नहीं होता. बिना लगाए नहीं करना है. तो कोल मांग रहा है,
पहले आंसर लिखना है, टाइम बचा तो उसको चेक करना है.
राइट. क्योंकि केस स्टडीज अगर आपकी 20 नंबर की हो गई और इसके बेस पे जो वैल्यूएशन कंसेप्ट्स आते हैं, इन द मनी, आउट द मनी, 5-7 थ्योरी क्वेश्चन भी इन्हीं में से निकल के आ जाते हैं. तो 25 से 30 नंबर आपके केस स्टडी में हो गए तो आप कॉन्फिडेंटली क्रैक कर जाओगे. क्लियर? डू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चंस. डोंट कॉपी इट. स्टार्ट विद द फ्रेश सेक्शन. ईपी, स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन, टाइम, रिस्क फ्री रेट ऑफ रिटर्न. 4-5 फैक्टर्स यू विल गेट. इसमें एक सवाल ये भी आता है कि पोस्ट टैक्स ऑप्शन प्रीमियम क्या है आपका. टैक्स रेट दे देंगे, यू हैव टू सिंपली रिड्यूस द टैक्स रेट आउट ऑफ दिस. और डिविडेंड वाला अगर आप कहेंगे तो मैं डिविडेंड वाला भी करवा दूंगा. मुझे अगर डिविडेंड यील्ड भी दी हुई है, वो आया नहीं है अब तक एग्जाम में, फिर भी अगर कहोगे तो उसमें कोई सिंपल सा है. उसमें एएमपी को डिविडेंड से माइनस करना होता है, फैक्टरिंग करना होता है बस. पहले इसको कर लीजिए, कंफ्यूज हो जाएंगे अदरवाइज. Once you are sound of this, then you will go for the small change in the formula of dividend also. So AMP is 100, exercise price is 60, time to expiry is 3 years, volatility is 0.30, RF is 0.12. CV0 is AMP into CV is equal to AMP into ND1 minus PV of EP into ND2. So we have to calculate PV of EP, which is equal to EP divided by EXP P into R. This is the PV of AP. Market price, अब actual market price on the date of exercise or as on today. Different हम current price use करते हैं कई बार. Current price is the actual market price as of today. AMP, I always assume AMP of the exercise date, but if AMP of today is given specifically, then you will take AMP. So यहाँ पे AMP use करते हैं current price basically. Now I have to calculate D1 and D2. D1 is equal to numerator. Can anyone speak for me?
Yes, sir.
ln
ln AMP by EP.
Very good. Plus
Bracket close plus risk-free rate
right
plus sigma square by 2 multiplied by
2 multiplied by
T for the second portion.
T, right? Denominator
Sigma square root of T.
sigma into square root of T. What is D2? D1 minus denominator of let us write down ln AMP divided by EP plus within bracket risk-free rate of return plus standard deviation का square divided by 2 multiply by time. One point T2 is so this I have to calculate numerator. This is this number. I have to calculate denominator also. ST into square root of time. D1 is equal to this divided by this. D1 is equal to D2 is equal to this minus this. Value of option will be CV0 is AMP. Sorry, first we have to calculate ND1. Northeast D1 and D2 northeast. Any question?
No, sir.
नॉर्मल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन मतलब प्रोबेबिलिटी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन से अलग चीज.
यस अभी मुझे भी नहीं आता सर. माइनस में प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ ईपी इनटू एनडी2. वैल्यू ऑफ ऑप्शन इज 58.77.
So, a value of option as per Black-Scholes model, is it? Can we link it with that with the
No.
risk probability approach?
No,
model or
no, no,
normal
no,
dis-
no. Both have different assumptions.
Generally, which will be more, sir? ऐसे कुछ
The Black-Scholes model is more normally used to calculate the ESOP valuations and other because they consider more factors. They consider volatility in the market and time, risk-free rate of return. They are more considering on that part.
So, but this is used only in the stock options, no, sir, in India.
No, no, no. In India, it is used in stock options. You can know in high level also it is used basically Black-Scholes model, but mainly used for the ESOPs.
Okay. So, this is recognized, sir, by the authorities, by the statutory authorities. This value of model.
Value more statutory or basically there are the various approaches and models given. This is on the your the perception or your assumptions what you take to value the business option into consideration. So normally you calculate by 2-3 approaches and then you will give the weight. But this is the accepted model, I believe. I am not aware of, but I believe this is the accepted model.
कहता है कि आप सीए से को कंसल्ट कीजिए या मर्चेंट बैंकर को कंसल्ट कीजिए. मर्चेंट बैंकर इज एट लिबर्टी टू यूज एनी मॉडल. What Sri Prasad told.
No, no. Basically, everyone is having liberty to calculate. Valuation is not a science. Valuation is a art also, not a science. That is the
Yes,
first
yes.
question, first MCQ. When you when we are in the when you take any study material or whatsoever, the first page they have written valuation is not only a science, it is a science and art. So you have to make your assumptions. It is not a black and white that you have to go by this model only or these assumptions only.